Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning in, we've been dealing with some technical issues here at North Forney. We've got everything kind of kinked out. I think we're working on a wide angle camera view. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. We are here in the bottom of the second of this game deciding game 3 of this 3-game series between our Farmers and the Canton Eagles. Unfortunately, fell last night 1-0 to the Eagles on a pitching duel. We are 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Number 3, Caden Smith, the pitcher today for the Eagles. He's got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Brady Gray. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. No hits yet by either team. That 2-2 pitch is down in the same spot in the dirt. Left-handed batter's box, full count. 2 outs on Smith. Beautiful weather today. Once again, the weatherman was wrong. Payoff pitch misses up and away. A walk on Smith. Slight breeze blowing in from the southeast today, about 10 miles an hour, they said. We will have a pinch runner for Smith, the pitcher. Sunshine, partly cloudy. Beautiful Saturday for some baseball. Hopefully the Farmers can rebound from last night after putting up 14 runs Thursday night. I couldn't tell you the last time we've done that in a baseball game. First pitch to Logan Fagley, number 2, fouled straight back to the net for strike 1. Two outs, runner on first, or the 0-1 pitch. So Malone's on the mound today for the Farmers. He's a different type of pitcher. Got a little different arm angle. Throws that, not necessarily the eephus pitch, but that one is hit down the line, foul about 3 feet wide. But Malone throws that off speed where it kind of hangs up and then just drops right off the table into the strike zone. So he jumps ahead quickly, 0-2 on Fagley. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second of this game 3 determining game this afternoon. Malone is set, 0-2 pitch. Sky down the right side should go foul. Barry's tracking. He made the catch there right before the fence with a slight bobble, able to pull it in. So with the 1 walk, 1 runner left on, no hits, no runs, we are locked at 0 after 2 complete. We'll be back here in just a moment for the top of the 3rd. Welcome back here to the top of the 3rd. Leading off for the Farmers, number 22, our 3rd baseman, Caden Johnson. Takes first pitch low and inside, ball 1. 1-0 pitch from Smith. Line straight back up the middle. That's going to fall down for the first base hit of the game from either team. Sure would have liked to see that last night from the Farmers. We just couldn't get anything hard off the barrel into any gaps or anything solid. So good start for KJ there in the top of the third. Brings up center fielder Jahir Venegas, number 15. Breaking pitch, strike one. Johnson with the conservative lead. Anything contested in regards to stealing on the Farmers, which is rare. Normally, Coach Norton will move those runners around. And I haven't seen much from the catcher that would deter him from keeping those runners at base. So we'll see what today's like. A little warmer coming off that turf may keep the guys warm and loose. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss as that ball fell right off the table. Venegas is behind quickly 0-2. We'll be back to the top of the lineup with Norman, who's on deck. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Venegas holds his check swing back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lady Farmers unfortunately fell to the Lady Vandals last night in that 3-game series. Sure, you can hear the crowd noise. The Eagles wanted that, but I am set up just outside the press box today, directly behind home plate, about 10 rows up, and that ball was definitely outside and low. Catcher actually framed it inside the batter's box. Counts even 2-2. That's skied, and that's going to be over the center fielder. We have a scoring possibility. Coach Norton will wave KJ around. Venegas is going 3, and he is in there standing up. Great job by Venegas as he barrels that ball up to deep right center. The wind didn't hold that one up today, folks. And I'm telling you, it's contagious in baseball. You get a base hit and you string a couple of them together, it's going to start something in the dugout. So a stand-up triple RBI from Venegas, who struck out 3 times last night. And you want to rebound and do something for the team, that's exactly what he just did. We're back to the top of the lineup with Caden Norman, who walked his first time up this evening. Still no outs, runner on third. I was talking with the North Forney head coach in between innings, and we were talking about baseball and, beautiful weather. It's hard to not be romantic. We put 14 runs up Thursday night. Come out here last night and squat the bed, and we're back out here today. The energy's great in the dugout, which we did not see much of last night. Stand-up triple by Venegas there, scoring a run, no outs, runner on third. How can you not be romantic about baseball? Norman ahead, 2 balls, 1 strike. As that pitch was outside low and in the dirt. Hard hit ground ball back up the middle, past the diving glove of the second baseman. That will score a run, and I'm telling you, folks, you string hits together, you'll be successful. Great job by the Farmers there. If they've strung 3 base hits in a row. Brings up number 30, our catcher, Brady Gray. Colin Berry's on deck, and if anybody's due for a solid base hit, it's these 2 young gentlemen right here. Captains on the team, both seniors, both committed to play Division I baseball after high school. Good all-around kids, good families. First pitch in there, breaks right through the zone. Strike 1 looking. Norman's at first, strapping on his oven mitt. Quick peek to first, 0-1 delivery. Misses outside and low, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. A little crowd here today on the Farmer and the Canton side. Well over 100 people in attendance today. 2 balls, 1 strike as that fastball misses out. Your Farmers lead 2-0 here in the top of the third. No outs with 3 hits in a row. That fastball does miss up and away. Catcher's doing a great job trying to bring it back into the zone, but umpire's out there on his shoulder. 3 balls, 1 strike. What is known as the hitter's count. And I know Smith definitely does not want to put him on there, and he gives him a fastball down the middle. And I'm telling you, I said it when he came up to bat, he's due for a base hit. And the kid put a barrel on it and lined it off. And you can see the excitement. I'm sure you could hear it in the crowd, Mike. Runners on the corners. String hits together, man. It's contagious. Head coach of Canton's going to take a quick timeout with a mound visit. Colin Berry is going to step up to the plate here in just a moment. With that single, Norman was going on the pitch. Great job by Brady hitting behind the runner. There's no throw contested at third. So we've got runners on the corners with Brady at first and Norman over at third. Good speed by both. Meeting at the mound is concluded. Score still remains 2-0 here in the top of the third. Brings up Colin Berry, number 5, our first baseman. Another senior. Most of these seniors have played together since about 3rd or 4th grade, I believe. Aggressive lead by Brady there at first. Fastball in there, catches the bottom of the zone. 0-1. Give a shout out to the Jason McT family as they're tuning in today. Appreciate you guys tuning in, supporting the Farmers. 0-1 pitch. Anybody that wants to come look at the strike zone can come sit right here where I am because that ball is about 6 or 7 inches outside. I made an Angel Hernandez reference last night, and he would have called that a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Berry. Smith's going to step off out a little bit of a frustration, I guess, trying to figure out the arm guard pitches. It's kind of I guess they have almost like an Apple Watch type device. Still, I'm not a fan of the arm guards. I like the old look in the dugout, get your pitch. I like the pitcher and the catcher being in sync. We had a catcher. We had Cooper Strawn and Brady Gray last year. Coach Norton let them call their games, and you see how that went. So it's just something that meshes between the players, keeps you in sync instead of having to just wait for, a 3-1-1 or whatever it may be. But nonetheless, here's a 1-1 pitch from Smith. Misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs. Still have runners on the corners. Would like to see a steal opportunity here by Gray. Little chopper back to the pitcher. He's going to try to go to second. He's going to be safe. Now, it was a bang-bang play. The umpire's 10 feet off the bag, so he's definitely right on top of there. As a baseball player, I'm making that play to shortstop and getting me an out. Nonetheless, that loads the bases on the E6. Brings up number 1, our shortstop, Jordan Fuller. Another senior. Still no outs. 2-0 here in the top of the third. Smith's going to go back to the windup with the bases loaded situation. Here's his delivery. Misses way outside, ball 1. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Smith. Fastball skied to center field. No running attempt there by Norman from third, as that's a wise decision. Parker came in and made a very easy throw to home plate. So 1 out, base is still loaded here in the top of the third. Brings up number 14, Mason Irwin. He had a ground out to first, his first time up this evening. Fastball misses well outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Smith delivers a 1-0 pitch. Smith just not consistently hitting the zone today. Not sure what the issue might be. He was actually I believe, the shortstop last night. No, Fagley's been the shortstop the entire series. Fastball in the dirt. Irwin jumps ahead 3-0, and you're probably going to see a red light from Coach Norman. Coach Norton, I looked over and saw Norman getting off the bag. With as inconsistent as Smith's been pitching, I'm going to leave the bat on my shoulder. And even that fastball down the middle for strike one, he still has to come back and throw 2 perfect pitches. So the consistency is what we haven't seen from Smith. 3 balls, 1 strike to Irwin. Bases loaded, 1 out. Fastball just got the bottom of the zone. Full count, 1 out. Line drive back up the middle. That'll definitely score 1. Norton's going to hold Gray at third to keep the bases loaded as the Farmers extend the lead 1 hit at a time. We've had more hits in this inning than we did all last night. I was talking to my dad after the game last night. My brother was in attendance. He was taking some pictures. He played college baseball and was a catcher. And I asked my dad, I said, do you ever remember us not wanting to swing the bat or looking at so many pitches when we were in school? Is that first pitch to Malone is popped up to the second base side. That's going to be out number 2. He said, no, I mean, we went up there wanting to destroy the baseball. You know, I've heard the expression, if the coach tells you not to swing for the fence, find another team. And I agree with the comment in regards to go up there to just put everything you have into your swing. You know, they talk about, they measure velocity and stuff nowadays, the exit velocity. I mean, go up there to destroy the baseball. 2 outs here, base is still loaded, brings up DH Landon Dunham. He grounded out to second base his first time up. Big swing and a miss from Dunham. Strike 1. But yes, not so much swing for the fences, but go up there to hit the ball hard. You put the ball in play hard, it's going to go off of a glove. It'll go off of a foot, you know. Curveball doesn't quite curve into the zone, evens the count. 1-1. Landon with a definite opportunity to do some more damage here for the Farmers. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses up and out of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. If Landon has the opportunity to connect, he definitely does have the power to do some damage here. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Umpire says that got the corner. Looked like it was a little bit out, but 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dunham, 2 outs. Bases remain loaded here in the top of the third. Here's a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for out number 3. Well, not before your Farmers string together 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 stranded. We'll be back here in just a moment to see if they can lock down the defensive side of the third inning. Stay tuned. And we are back here in the bottom of the third. If you're just tuning in or just have recently tuned in, had some technical difficulties there in the first inning, got everything worked out in the second. Mr. B and his crew are doing everything they can. I think we've got a wide angle today. Your Farmers put up 5 hits and 3 runs and actually left 3 stranded there in the top as they lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Eagles, number 8, Brody Lewis. He's the designated hitter. 8-9-1 this inning for the Eagles. The old Ephus pitch almost there for Malone, catches the strike zone, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball just didn't catch his own. 2 balls, 1 strike as it sailed wide. Lewis fouls that one straight back to the backstop. I'm telling you, that off speed is just it throws a hitter off. It really does. I was talking to the North Forney head coach here sitting with me, and there it is again, just swing and a miss. You know, not to take anything away from Malone, but that pitch can't be over 57, 58 miles an hour. And, you know, at 4A baseball, you're used to seeing 80 plus. You go and knock 20 miles an hour off that pitch, you're going to look like you've never played baseball before. And Lewis did right there on 2 swings back to back. So strikeout to lead off the, I was waiting for the call there. Lead off the bottom of the third, brings up the 9-hole hitter number 9, first baseman Whitehead. He actually had the only 2 hits Thursday night for the Eagles. Both pitches missed just out of the zone. Two balls, no strikes to Whitehead. Hard line drive hit down the left side. That will be foul by about 15, 20 feet. Brings a count 2 balls, 1 strike. So the Mac T family that I gave a shout out to earlier, Jaron, who helps commentate quite a few girls softball games, hadn't had the opportunity to do many baseball games this year with him, but he has his Special Olympics competition today. So good luck to you, Mr. Jaron Mac T. We'll be anxious to see what how that outcome is on Facebook. So that's where the Mac T's are today. Still streaming live, keeping up with the Farmers. A couple softball girls in attendance today. Chop to the third base side. That's going to be foul. Brings a count full on Whitehead. I've got to give a shout out to Paxton Graves' Aunt Dee Dee, my baby sister. She's been in attendance the last couple games. Couldn't make it today as count on the weather, but as we were talking earlier, the weatherman is wrong 100% of the time today. Beautiful weather. She's at home watching with niece and nephew, Miss Lakin and Mr. Creek. We appreciate you guys making the trip last couple nights. I know those are late nights for not only the kids, but for Aunt Dee Dee. So we appreciate you guys tuning in today. As Whitehead fouls that foul ball straight back over the backstop, still remains full. Here's a payoff pitch from Malone. Just missed the zone, and Whitehead didn't chase it. One out, runner on first. Back to the top of the lineup for the Eagles. Shortstop number 6, Fagley. He flew out to left field his first time up today. Fastball misses. Ball 1. Hard line drive, double play opportunity. And they're going to double up Whitehead. As the old expression in baseball is freeze on a line drive, and he did not. So we're going to take that 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the third as a great heads-up play by Fuller there at shortstop. Easy throw across the diamond. So after 3 complete, your Farmers lead 3-0. We'll be back here in just a moment for the top of the 4th. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. A.D. Zach Quinlan's making his ways up the stairs. I want to give you guys a shout out. We have the bond election. I say bond election, bond vote today. KJ's going to hit a little soft roller to third base. Going to be a close play here at first. That throw is wide. He's definitely going to go to second and be held up there. Man, we were just talking about this last night. If we put the ball in play like we did Thursday night, errors are going to happen. It's part of it. So wasn't anything powerful, wasn't anything to write home about on that hit, but he put the ball in play, made a play off balance, completely offside the bag. So, again, leading off an inning, got him at second base. Brings up Jahir Venegas, who had the stand-up triple to right center his first time up this evening. One ball, no strikes to Venegas. Shows bunt. Venegas ain't able to get that bunt down last night, too. I guess Norton just trying to get another run put on the board, moving Johnson over to third, but that foul ball straight down evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking pitch misses low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Venegas. We'll be back to the top of the lineup with Caden Norman on deck. No out still. Johnson at second. Smith is set, delivers. That fastball is consistently missing outside. He's missing, that's probably about 14, 15 inches there. Here's a 3-1 pitch. I'm not giving him that pitch. I mean, the catcher sets up and doesn't move, but that ball is on the turf chalk line of the left-handed batter's box. I'm not giving him that pitch. You know, this isn't 12U baseball. Nonetheless, that pitch brings the count full on Venegas. No outs. Here's a payoff pitch. Little bloop hit behind second base. Should be no contest for Fagley as he makes that easy play for out number 1. I'm not going to place blame. Heads up play by KJ. The ball was still live. Caden Norman's walking up. There was time was never called. He leaves second base and slides in head first, uncontested. Third baseman didn't even know anything about it. So Great heads-up play by there. So now you can actually kind of look at that pop up to second. I'll give Jaw here a little sacrifice pop up to second. He still moved the runner over. 0-1 to Norman. Got him in on the hands. Fisted him a little bit. Behind quickly 0-2 with one out. KJ at third. Not to take anything away from Norman's at bat, but a long sacrifice fly will definitely score KJ from third base. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, that pitch just caught the top of the zone. Strikeout looking there for Norman. 2 outs here brings up catcher number 30, Brady Gray. He had a hard hit single his last time up this afternoon, excuse me. Not used to these day games. I know these Bulls will have their fair share of them next season as they're, like I said earlier, they're both going to play college ball. And a lot of those games are in the day. Fastball misses up, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike on Gray. Two balls, 1 strike on Brady. Swing and a miss there as he chases that pitch outside. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs, would really like to see KJ get in, especially after the heads-up play going from second to third while the pitcher still had the ball. Here's a payoff pitch. Low in the dirt, brings the count full. Three-two pitch again. Inside, ball 4. It's inside. Like I said, they're sitting at a 45-degree angle from the pitcher's mound. Unless you're sitting right behind home plate, you're not going to be able to see what the umpire's seeing. Like I said earlier, anybody that wants to come see where the balls are missing or catching, you can come sit directly where we are, right behind home plate. Runners on the corners, 2 outs here. Brings up number 5, Colin Berry, in the top of the 4th. Umpire might have gave them one back there. Now he's going to set up inside on Collins' inner half. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Berry swings right out of his batting glove. Falls behind quickly, 0-2. Fuller on deck for the Farmers. KJ still camping out there at third, looking for an opportunity to score. O2 pitch is hit hard to the shortstop. Throw across the diamond, out number 3. 2 runners stranded. After 3.5, your Farmers still lead 3-0. We'll be back here in just a moment for the bottom half of the 4th. Stay tuned. Welcome back here to the bottom of the fourth. Your Farmers leading the Eagles in this game, deciding 3 of the series. Hard hit. That's a fair ball. Leadoff double for Vandersdale. Next up, center fielder Nathan Parker. He flew out to left field his first time up today. Off speed hits Parker in the shoulder. He's going to be hit by a pitch, advanced to first. Runners on first and second. Next up for the Eagles, catcher Braden Norrell. He flew out to left field also his first time up today. No outs, runners on first and second. Vandersdale just back into second on the pickoff attempt by Malone. Graves placed a good tag. Vandersdale actually went to the back of the bag, almost out of the baseline in a sense, to dive back, which is what you want to do. Breaking pitch outside, ball one. Skied straight up at home plate. Brady's going to make an attempt, and he does. Great job by Jordan Fuller to cover first as KJ come in to help for out number one here in the bottom of the fourth. Next up, number 22 for the Eagles, Justin Dyke. Had a ground out to shortstop. His first time up today. Double play opportunity. Curveball in there for strike one. Fouled over the first base dugout. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Malone. In the dirt, great block by Brady Gray. Runners remain at first and second. Malone is set with a quick peek to second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just misses up and away. Evens a count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Love to see a momentum stay with the Farmers and get a inning-ending double play right here with 1 out. Runners on first and second. That's going to be popped to the right side. Should be an easy play for Barry, and it is. So 2 outs there in the bottom of the fourth for the Farmers. Dyke was a big bat last night for the Eagles and was actually the only run that scored on that pass ball from third base. 0 for 2 today in favor of the Farmers. Hard hit ground ball to shortstop. Going to be an easy flip to second base to Graves. As you can see the excitement on Graves' face there, knowing the situation at hand today. Through 4 complete, your Farmers still lead 3-0 here in this Game 3 deciding game of the 3-game series. Almost kind of like the air has been pulled out of Canton's balloon over there in the dugout. Definitely momentum shift on the Farmer side. So stay tuned. We'll be back here in just a moment, see if we can get the bats rolling again. Stay tuned. After quick in and out there, we are back live here at North Forney ISD for Game 3 of this bi-district playoff matchup between the Canton Eagles and your Fighting Farmers. Leading off here in the top of the fifth, shortstop Jordan Fuller. First pitch to him showing, he showed bunt, pulled back. Jordan's grounded out and popped out today. Looking to get something started for him. 1 ball, no strikes. Hard hit line drive right to the third baseman's glove. Didn't even have to move, but he put a hard barrel on that ball for out number 1. That's going to bring up number 14, Mason Irwin. First pitch to Irwin's fouled straight back over the backstop. Another game going by quickly today, folks. A little check swing right back underneath. Falls behind quickly 0-2. Payoff pitch. Irwin stays alive as he fouls that one straight to the backstop. Chop foul to the right field side. Still 0-2 on Irwin as he's fighting off a couple foul balls there back to back. Payoff pitch is high, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Drop third strike outside as Irwin swings and misses. Out number 2. Next up, Braden Malone, who's pitched lights out so far today, only giving up 1 hit through 4. Here's a pitch. Beautiful curveball in there for strike 1. That pitch is sky to right center. Dyke is going to make the call for out number 3. So a quick 3 up, 3 down there in the top of the 5th. Going to move us to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back here in just a moment. Stay tuned. We are back here in the bottom of the 5th as your Farmers lead today 3-0 against the Canton Eagles. Braden Malone still on the mound for the Farmers. Pitching lights out, only giving up 2 hits so far, or excuse me, 1 hit, no runs. First pitch hit sharply over to KJ. Easy throw across the diamond. Barry makes a squeeze on that for out number 1. Boy, throwing it around the horn. Grooving pretty good right now. Next up, the DH, Brody Lewis, struck out his first time up this evening. There's that 67-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle for strike one. One out. There's that 52-mile-an-hour curveball that catches the outside corner and jumps ahead quickly. 0-2 on Lewis. He's gripping the bat handle a little tighter than normal. Good spot by Malone as Gray set up just outside, try to get him to chase. Definitely looking to swing behind in the count there. Don't want to give him anything out of the middle. That's going to be fair ball. Chop to first base side. Easy play for Barry. Quick 2 put outs on a handful of pitches by Malone and the Farmers defense. Next up for the Eagles, number 9, Whitehead, who walked his first time up. Canton just now making it through the lineup. That fastball is fouled straight back to the backstop. Seth Brooks is going to make his way out of the dugout. Great job retrieving that baseball. This ball misses over the head of Whitehead. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Malone. Whitehead stood right in there and took that off-speed pitch in the shoulder. Probably didn't hurt a single bit. But nonetheless, hit by pitch puts a runner on first for the Eagles. 2 outs, back to the top of the lineup. Number 6, Fagley. He's had a fly out and a pop out here today. I've got my little 9-year-old daughter, Chicken Butt, sitting right here next to me. She's not going to get on the air because she's going to get embarrassed, but she's sitting up here hanging out with Dad, watching the baseball on a beautiful Saturday. She's got a basketball game this evening at 5 o'clock, so we're going to make quick work of this baseball game and truck on over to Plano to watch her do her thing. First pitch to Fagley. Misses just high out of the top of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Great job by Graves. He's able to block that off speed. Keep Whitehead there at first. Got to give a shout out to the Bales boys, Mr. Hollis and Miller. They are racing motocross this weekend out in Tyler. Fastball catches the corner, brings a count 2 balls, 1 strike. So, boys, the Farmers are winning. We need you guys to go win too. Bring home some hardware. Good luck to those boys out there. Just misses high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Malone set. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Hit sharply to KJ, just underneath the outstretched glove as he had to move to his left. But nobody hurt in that situation. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Going to bring up the second baseman, Reed Vannersdale. Now that is number 4, Reed Vannersdale. Vannersdale's had a strikeout and a double to left field today. Curveball in there for strike 1, looking. You know, you wonder sometimes with an off-speed pitcher as Malone is, a couple times through the lineup, you would think they would adjust, but haven't seen much adjustment here from the Eagles. As Malone throw, thought he was going to give him that one. He did not. 1 ball, 1 strike. But back to what I was saying, I haven't seen much adjustment. Guys still deep back in the box. Long grip on their bat. That pitch lows, fouled straight back over the backstop on the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Vannersdale. On deck, number 15, center fielder Parker. Vandersdale scooted up just a little bit in the box there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a payoff pitch. Curveball misses just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a payoff pitch from Malone. Skied up. Should be a play made. Norman comes in and calls off Paxton Graves at second base as they leave a couple runners stranded. So through 5 complete, your Farmers still lead 3-0. We'll see if they can hold on to it or add more to it here in the top of the 6th. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back here to the top of the 6th. Landon Dunham leading off. First pitch swinging is going to chop it over to the first base side. Should be an easy play for Smith, and it is. One out here in the top of the 6th. Coach Norton didn't even have an opportunity to get over to third base. Brings up number 22, Caden Johnson. First pitch in there, curveball, strike 1, looking on Johnson. Your Farmers lead 3-0 here in the top of the 6th. That pitch bounces in there just shy of the home plate. Evens account on Johnson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball out and low just behind the catcher's glove to the backstop. 2 balls, 1 strike. I just got a phone call in between innings asking how the boys were looking. And I said there's a completely different attitude in the dugout, completely different tenacity, completely different energy level. And a play right there is going to do the same thing for them. As you can see, the boys hyped up in the dugout on that ground ball hit the third base side. Easy play to get Johnson out at first. Throws it in the dirt, unable to scoop it by Whitehead, and it goes to the right field fence. Johnson's able to scoot up to second. 1 out. Takes away the double play here. Brings up Jahir Venegas, who popped out to shortstop his last time up, but had a 2 RBI triple to right center his first time up. That fastball misses about 8 inches outside, and hadn't heard much chatter from the Canton side. 1 ball, no strikes to Venegas. That's the same pitch to Venegas. Decided to swing at it this time. Evens account. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson at second. 1 out. Here at the top of the 6th. Fastball inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. That 2-1 delivery's in the dirt. Brings the count 3 balls, 1 strike on Venegas. Hitters count here for Venegas. Smith is set. Delivers a 3-1 pitch. Misses high, ball 4. Back to the top of the lineup for the Farmers. Caden Johnson had a strike, or excuse me, Caden Norman had a strikeout his last time up. Or no, I'm a mistake. I might have missed something. Nonetheless, Caden Norman is batting. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Smith is set. Quick look to second. Here's a pitch. He had a perfect opportunity to put that down third base because third baseman was covering third base. Being a little redundant there with the third base the third time. And he just kind of did a slap bunt, pulled away, just barely pulled his bat out of the zone, misses that ball 0-1. With 1 out, I'm going to go right back with it. Curveball, swing and a miss. Falls behind quickly, 0-2. There's the 0-2 delivery from Smith. Hit sharply back up the middle. Going to be an inning double play as Fagley fields it right on top of second base and makes an easy turn to first. After 5.5, your Farmers still lead 3-0. We'll be back here for the bottom of the 6th in just a moment. We are back here in the bottom of the 6th. Malone still on the mound for the Farmers. Score still remains 3-0 in favor of the Farmers. Leading off here for the Eagles, Nathan Parker. He's flown out and had a hit by pitch. We'll take the fly out again. Stay away from the hit by pitch. If you can hear the music, this is not our selection. This is North Forney's audio play selection. Now that that's over, we'll get back to baseball. Parker steps in, gets set as he's standing close to that plate. Here's a pitch from Malone. Takes that first pitch, sky to left field. Irwin's going to camp underneath it, catches it right on top of the foul line for 1 pitch, 1 out. In the bottom of the 6th. There's the fly out to left field that I was wanting. Thank you, sir. Next up, Braden Norrell, the catcher. He's flown out and popped out today. We'll take either one of those. Justin Dykes on deck. Not sure where it's missed. He's been calling it all day, even for both sides. Just misses out of the top of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Malone shifts a little bit on the rubber, more to the first base side. Comes back and throws a fastball there on the outside corner. Just a grazed foul tip. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Here's the delivery. Hard hit ground ball between second and third. Short and third. For just the 3rd hit of the game for the Eagles. Norrell's going to get a courtesy runner, being the catcher. He's going to take a quick moment, run out there, and tap Malone on the back, keep him in the game. Judson Dyke is ground out and popped out today. Double play opportunity here for the Farmers. He skies that one back up over the backstop for strike 1. That was not thunder. It hit the top of this shade cover, which I'm very thankful for today, as the sun's poked out and turned out to be a beautiful day here. This is just outside, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing foul tip there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Misses high, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dyke. Malone looking very comfortable out there today. Couldn't quite get him to chase. Brings the count full. Full count, 1 out. Runner on first. Here's the full count pitch. Line to center field. That's going to get down. They're going to hold the runner at second as the throw is cut off by Fuller at shortstop. Dyke comes through for the Eagles. Runners on first and second. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Brings up the pitcher, Caden Smith, who has walked and hit into a ground out fielder's choice to shortstop his last time up. Coach Norton's going to take a quick timeout, gather up his infield on the mound. Great job by Malone, as Norton's going to get some relief in here. Probably going to be Jordan Fuller. Great job by Malone as he tips us out to the crowd, walking over to the dugout. You couldn't ask for anything better from the soft right-handed thrower Malone today. He'll come in and switch gloves and probably go to second base, as Graves is going to shift over to shortstop. We'll give Fuller a few moments to warm up. We'll be back here in just a moment. You guys stay tuned. That pitch and change by the Farmers. We are back. If you're just now tuning in, we're 1 out through the bottom of the 6th. Your Farmers leading 3-0 in this deciding game of this 3-game series. Number 3, Caden Smith.
How about number 3?
Coming up for the Eagles. He's the pitcher. Brady Malone pitched lights out today, only giving up a few hits, no runs, a couple walks. We're leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Fuller went to the mound. Graves shifted over to shortstop, and Malone went back out to second. First pitch to Smith was ball 1, just missed outside. Curveball just didn't quite curve enough. Misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's a 2-0 pitch from Fuller. Ground ball hit to Graves. Shifted over to Malone. Oh, ball just pulled Barry off of first base. But we are still able to get the force out there at second. Puts runners on the corners, 2 outs. Still a force opportunity there. Easy play for the Farmers with the runner on first. After that, fielder's choice brings up the third baseman, number 2, Logan Fagley. He grounded out to third base. Back-to-back today. First pitch in there from Fuller, strike 1 looking. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Even though Fuller got the strike, he's shaking his head a little bit. I think he kind of missed his spot there. And that's just the athlete in him. Still getting the strike, but still know that he missed a spot. Here's a payoff pitch from Fuller. Strike 3 on the corner. Looking. Fuller comes in and closes it out there in relief pitching. And folks, we are to the 7th. As your Farmers lead 3-0. I want to keep the goosebumps at bay just for the moment, but we'll be back here in just a minute to finish out this, start the top of the 7th. Stay tuned. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 7th. Brady Gray is going to be leading off for the Farmers. Like I said at the close of the 6th, I'm going to keep the goosebumps at bay. These boys have fought through a lot this year. Injuries. First pitch from Smith, strike 1 on the outside corner. Just to watch these boys come back and fight. The energy today. Hard line drive, swung foul on the right side. Gray falls behind quickly, 0-2. Hard hit, opposite field. Just past the outstretched glove of Fagley there at third base for a leadoff single by Gray. String a few more of those together. Get some more runs on the board, gentlemen. Brings up number 5, first baseman Colin Berry. Colin grounded out his last time up this evening. First pitch misses. Outside, ball 1. Colin's one of those bats that could come hot anytime. He shows bunt there, and that fastball's up and in on him. He pulls back. 2 balls, no strikes. Canton fans are a little quiet here on my left. Berry with a 3-0 count. Here's a 3-0 pitch. 4 pitches, 4 balls. That's a walk. Canton head coach is going to take a timeout as he has just reached regulation pitches and finished that batter for the Eagles. We will have a pitching change by the rules. We'll be back here in just a moment. We're back after the pitching change. Shortstop Landon Fagley's coming in to pitch, moving Smith, who pitched regulation pitches, out to shortstop. Up to bat for the Farmers. Pitching change we had last inning. Number 1, Jordan Fuller, who came in and pitched lights out in relief for a couple batters. Runners at first and second, no outs. Fuller's going to show bunt, and he lays down a perfect bunt. They are able to get it as Whitehead fielded right in front of the mound, looked at third, and goes back and gets the out at first. Great job by Fuller to do his job. Move those runners up into scoring position with now only 1 out in the top of the 7th, bringing up Mason Irwin. Struck out his last time up, I believe. I get so excited sometimes these games I forget to write something down. Great job by Irwin as he kind of lunges at that first pitch and laces it into right field for a single RBI. Shows a little emotion over there to the first base dugout as your Farmers extend the lead to 4-0. Been a quiet 3 innings since we put that 3 spot up. Brings up Braden Malone, number 4. Number 14's at first base. Pitch misses outside. I know it looks good maybe from a 45-degree angle, but we're set up right here behind home plate. That ball is about 7 inches outside, and that's the same pitch. And they're going to throw to second. Throw was wide. Mason in there with ease. So now we're back to runners at second and third. 2 balls, no strikes to Malone. Scoring opportunity here for Malone. 1 out. First base is unoccupied. Here's the pitch in the dirt. 3-0. I was Norton here. I would tell him to red light the whole way. Put his bat on his shoulder. Just give us another opportunity for base runners. But that fastball catches the corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fagley still has to come back with a good pitch here as he's behind 3-1. 3-1. Chopper over the first base. They're going to try to come home for the tag, and he is safe. Extending the lead, 5-0. Bringing up the DH, Landon Dunham. Landon Dunham 0 for 3 today. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Fagley with a throw over to first to keep Malone honest. I don't think they want an easy steal like they had with Irwin last time. As Irwin has moved up to third base on that ground ball by Malone. First pitch to Dunham was low and in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball in the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a 2-1. Oh, they got me. Stepped to first and then came back and faked the throw to Malone, trying to get him in a pickle. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Fouled over the third base dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Curveball didn't quite break into the zone. Full count on Dunham. Runners on first and second. Ground ball through the right side. Going to score a run. That's going to hold Malone up at second. Putting another run up for the Farmers. Pinch runner in for Dunham, number 6, Aaron Talley. Another senior for the Farmers. Coach Norton getting him some playing time.
How about number 22, Johnson?
Still got 1 out. Runners on first and second. Brings up Caden Johnson. First pitch in there misses up and away. Hard shot down the third base side. Misses foul by about a foot. Evens the count 1 ball, 1 strike on Johnson. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Misses up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fagley set with a quick look to second. Here's a delivery. Almost catches KJ in the helmet brim there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Look for Fagley to throw a decent pitch here. KJ skies that to the right side, going to be behind second base. Who's going to make the play? And they don't. It's off the end of the glove. Talley's going to have to hustle to second. And there's just unfortunate for him. He did what he was supposed to do. But nonetheless, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Wasn't anything Talley could do about that. Just kind of one of those unfortunate in-between plays. 2 outs.
Yes, sir.
Jahir's going to sky that to center field. Parker camps underneath it. After 6.5, your Farmers put up another 3 spot, extend that lead 6-0. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. This is what we've been looking for. These boys have fought back today after somewhat of an embarrassing game yesterday after putting up 14 runs Thursday. Fuller's still on the mound looking to shut them out and secure this bi-district playoff series. We'll go back here in just a moment for the 7th. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in the 7th inning of regulation of this 3-game series bi-district playoff round between the Canton Eagles and your Fighting Farmers. And that's exactly what your Farmers have done today. They have fought back from yesterday's 1-0 loss and are leading 6-0 today. First pitch from Fuller. Was a ball. Second pitch was a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Looks like we have a pinch hitter for Brody. I think this is Will Robertson. Umpire didn't like that pitch. Outside just a little bit. Rare 3-0 count from Fuller. 4-pitch walk. At this point, that's not going to win the ball game, so I'm not going to let – I don't want to let that get into Fuller's head there. Double play opportunity here for the Farmers.
Now batting number 9, Chase.
Number 9, Whitehead, hit by a pitch his last time up. Oh, great heads-up play by Fuller as he throws a quick pick back over to first, trying to get Robinson. Not sure what the umpire's changing up at the 7th inning, but he's called that pitch for the last hour and a half. Here's the 1-0 pitch, which that pitch was even more outside than the previous pitch. Unless that's what we call a payback pitch. Nonetheless, 1 ball, 1 strike on Whitehead. Quick pitch. Man, he's getting back in there quick. Fuller set. Here's the pitch. If Gray gets that ball up about 8 inches more off the ground, that guy's going to make a sombering walk back to the dugout on that back pick. Gray's going to take a quick timeout. Jog out there to talk to Fuller. Has a 2-1 count on Whitehead. Fuller gets his sign from Gray, comes set. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Misses inside. Hitters count here, 3-1 pitch. Skies to center field. Venegas is going to camp underneath that. For the first out of the inning.
How about in
Back to the top of the lineup for the Eagles. Pitcher Landon Fagley. There's a pitch from Fuller. Curveball in there, strike 1. Love to see an inning-ending, game-ending, by-district game-ending double play. Second pitch in there for a strike. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Fuller. Fagley chops that foul to the backstop. Still an 0-2 count. Outside ball 1. Brings a count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Fagley. 1 out runner on first. Your Farmers lead 6-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2 pitch from Fuller. Strike 3 called, looking. As Fagley shows his frustration, knowing possibly what's coming. Reed Vandersdale up next for the Farmers. First pitch in there, inside, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Fouled straight back over here to the net. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two outs. Runner on first. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Strike 2 looking right down the middle. Fuller shakes off a sign or 2. Comes set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fuller set. Here's a payoff pitch. Vandersdale stays alive as he pokes that one foul over by the first base dugout. Two-two pitch from Fuller on the way. Looks like the umpire was wanting to call that. Regardless if a catcher catches it or not, a strike is a strike. That's why we have the drop third strike scenario. But nonetheless, full count on Vandersdale. Runner will be going on the pitch. Here's a 3-2 delivery. Just misses outside. Still nobody hurt in this situation. Brings up Nathan Parker, number 15. Nathan Parker's flown out twice to left field today. Skies that foul over to the right side. Fuller set, runners on first and second. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Line drive to Venegas in center field. Run does score, but runners stay at first and second. As the shutout is gone, but the opportunity to still secure this game is within arm's reach of the Farmers. Braden Norrell, the catcher, next up for the Eagles. First pitch in there, low and outside from Fuller. Ball one. 2 outs here in the bottom of the seventh. Runners on first and second. Great job by Brady Gray. That ball's in the dirt. Runners will remain at first and second. Coach Norton's going to take a quick timeout. This is win or go home today, folks. A lot on the line for these young men out here. They started practice probably during basketball season. Back in January, beginning of February, and have worked hard the last few months to get to this opportunity. So kudos to both teams to be able to make it this far, or excuse me, make it to the playoffs. So we are back after the quick meeting at the mound by Coach Norton. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Swinging a miss by Norrell. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fuller set. Here's a 2-1 delivery. Swinging a miss, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Blocked in the dirt by Brady Gray. Brings the count full with 2 outs. You will see the runners advancing on the pitch. Here's a payoff pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Bases loaded scenario for Judson Dyke, number 22, the right fielder. A scenario that we haven't seen all day today. Skies that one. That's it. Your Fighting Farmers take game 3, 6-1 for this by-district championship playoff round. Like I said earlier, these boys have fought hard this year. They fought through a lot of adversity, fought through some injuries, and came out ahead today. It's not how you start, because we started hot Thursday night, came out flat yesterday, and came out hot today. So great job by the Farmers and the coaching staff. Come out here to secure this win. Great job by the winning pitcher, Braden Malone, pitching lights out, giving up only a few hits, no runs. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Mr. Beckham, Mr. G, we appreciate everything you guys do. North Forney ISD, great facility, and we appreciate you guys letting us use the facility. We will advance to the area round next week. Keep a lookout on social media for the schedule, teams, times, and events. But we appreciate you guys tuning in, and as always, go Farmers.